Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you my updated contour and highlight routine, and I've already done my foundation and my eye makeup as well, so I'm just going to show you how I would use my concealer and how I would set everything, and then to finish off my face with contouring and highlighting. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I use the lightest shade in the range. This is the fair shade. I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. Kind of a triangle shape. And then I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow, just to highlight. Then I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender. I like to be the brightest underneath my eyes because of the dark circles, and it makes your face look very awake and very fresh. And then to set all of my concealer, I'm going to take this Coty Airspun powder, and this is just a loose face powder. I'm going to take quite a bit of that on my beauty blender. Just going to take that on the tip of my beauty blender, and I'm going to do the technique called baking. I put a lot of the powder onto my concealer. Looks a little bit crazy at first, but it's going to look amazing later. And then I'm going to wait about 5 to 10 minutes just to kind of let it set in and actually bake like the name is. And this will make it look very smooth and very flawless afterwards. So I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. So I've waited about 5 minutes now. I'm going to take this tapered fluffier brush and just wipe that away. This just makes the under eyes and everything look very smooth, and there's no lines and it doesn't crease as quickly either. So then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that powder and set the rest of my face. Setting your face with some powder ensures that all of your other powder products are going to blend out well. You don't want any blotchy contouring or blotchy blush. So there's that. So to start off, I'm going to take this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is the medium deep bronzer. I'm going to take this on this kind of angled brush. This is really good for contouring. It's a little bit on the denser side, but I'm going to blend this color out the most. So I'm just going to start by my cheekbones or by my ear and press it down. I want the most product to be by my ear. And then I'm gonna push it forward to the corner of my lip. And then I'm going to take this same brush and just blend that out. Blend it upward. And then I'm just going to take the tip of this brush, because that's the fluffiest. I'm going to blend this line out. You don't want any harsh lines. Then I'm going to take a little bit more and bronze up here on my forehead. And if you have a bigger forehead, you might want to do this a little bit darker or a little bit, I guess, further down to make your forehead look smaller. I have a pretty small forehead, so I mainly use this or do this to make sure that my face has some actual color, that it's not just flat and the same shade. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that you don't apply any of the bronzer to the center of your forehead, because that defeats the purpose of using the concealer on your forehead. There we go. And then the next product that I'm going to use is the Anastasia Contour Kit. And you could use any shade that is a cooler shade like this one. Like these two shades are a little bit warmer, and this is the coolest shade in the palette. And I'm going to use this to contour a little bit more, so to define my cheeks, and I'm going to contour my nose as well. So I'm just going to take some on the tip of the brush. Make sure you tap off the excess. And then you're just going to draw a line. And with this line, you're going to be a little bit more precise than you were with the bronzer earlier. So you can see that looks like just one dark line, but then you're going to blend it mostly upwards. You don't want this to be too blended down. You do want to blend it a little bit, but mostly back and forth. And then up here, kind of blend it upwards. When you're blending out this bottom part, you want to use a light hand. You don't want to press down too hard, because then you're going to bring it down too far. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that product, and I'm going to do mostly, or use it mostly by the very top of my hairline, and mostly just into my hairline, because that's the part you want to be the darkest. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. So then, to blend it out a little bit and make sure that everything is blended in, I'm going to take the same brush that I used earlier for my powder and just go over it lightly. Then for my blush today, I'm going to take my Lorac Unzipped palette, and I'm going to take the Unimaginable shade here at the bottom. This is one of my favorites for the spring. And for the spring and summer, I should say. I'm going to use this fluffier brush. This helps blend out the product very well and very nicely. And I like to start more at the bottom of my cheeks to make sure I don't go too overboard on the top of my cheeks. I don't want it to get too close to my eyes. So I start at the bottom, kind of where my bronzer starts, so it's going to mix into that a little bit. And then I just slowly bring it back and a little bit more upwards. There we go, and then I'm going to do the other side. Then for my highlighter today, I'm going to take the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. Looks like this. You can see the sheen that it gives. I'm going to take that on this angled highlighter brush. I'm going to take some of that on the brush and then tap off the excess as well. Then I'm going to start by where the corner of my eye is and then just bring it back and forth. And I like to bring it downwards a little bit to blend that onto the blush, because you want to make sure that this is nice and blended out as well. You don't just want one bright streak of highlighter on your cheeks. I'm going to take that same powder brush as I used before and blend that downwards as well. And next I'm going to contour my nose. I'm going to use this same cooler toned shade, and I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush. This is a blending brush. This is one of the biggest ones that I have. I'm going to take some of that on the tip of that brush and again tap off the excess. Then I'm going to start on the side of my nose and then blend it upwards. Looks a little bit like a harsh line, but we will blend this out. And I take it around the tip and then the bottom. And I'm going to finish the side and blend it out. The same brush, you go back and forth and then in circular motions, the same as if you would be doing your crease color. Then I take this fluffier eyeshadow brush. This is kind of like a blending brush, but it's flatter and it's really fluffy at the tip. Then I'm going to just blend down or back and forth the contour that I just did. Sure that it's very well blended out. You don't want people to actually see that there's a line on the side of your nose. This will just help make your nose look a little bit smaller and a little bit slimmer. Then I'm going to go back to my highlighter and just take the tip of my brush, dab it in there and dab off the excess, and then just run it down the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. And I'm going to take just a tad bit more and highlight my cupid's bow with that. Just gives a very nice and highlighted look above the lip. And that's how I highlight and contour. I know on the video it looks a little bit more harsh than it does in real life, but you just have to work with it and make sure that you blend, 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 and look outside and look in a mirror, because natural light you can usually see the best how blended out it actually is. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what my updated contour routine is like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!